with a valid purpose, with ideas for change. Where are our legislators to hear him? They're busy with their ears full of somebody else. I'm going to pass it now to Hanna, co-president of TAA, and he's got a few words that should be heard.
Thank you for the introduction. I'm going to talk a little bit about privatization of education, not only in this state, but all across the nation. We're seeing a movement from public universities, from land-grant universities, towards universities being controlled by private interests and by corporations. We saw this year a movement by the Cal State system to cut $500 million from that system's budget. And we saw this year as well $250 million cut from the UW's budget, UW system's budget, with half of that being absorbed by this campus alone. On the K through 12 level, we've seen a similar attack. We've seen an attack in which nearly $1 billion was cut from the K through 12 system in this state, and subsequently nearly over 2,000 teachers retired, experienced teachers, refusing to take jobs in which students would have to learn from teachers with less time, with bigger classrooms being overworked. What lies ahead for the K through 12 system in the state is an increasing amount of privatization of charter schools, which emphasize standardized testing, with accordance to No Child Left Behind standards, rather than quality one-on-one teacher-to-student time. And we've seen our own university, other side of State Street, nearly dodge a bullet, nearly taking one with Biddy Martin's new budget partnership, in which he would have split off the UW-Madison from the rest of the UW system, meaning a rise in tuition for all UW students and much more when restricting access to the UW-Madison at a rate much more than what the average Wisconsin citizen could afford. And so, just because we dodge that doesn't mean we're out of the clear. We're seeing this being a trend nationwide, and the legislators in this state have a chance to make a change to that, to have public institutions actually be public institutions and funded by the state and by the people of the state. But we're not hearing that. Our legislators have their ears full of other things, of issues that don't exist. And so we need a recommitment to the education system, to funding public education in this state. So every Wisconsin citizen, every Wisconsin youth has access to an education, has access to a public education, not one controlled by private interests and corporations. Thank you.
And that's Hanna, another involved student with a problem, with a complaint, with proposed solutions. But he has no special invitation to speak. He has no invitation because he is not important enough. All he has is primary authority, primary responsibility. He's trying to be a responsible member of society. How best do we go about that? Next up, we've got Sarah Lamb, another TAA